Martin Luther King Jr. Who was Martin Luther King Jr.? King grew up in Atlanta, Georgia, with his three siblings. When Martin Luther King Jr. was a small child, he became friends with a white boy whose father owned a business across the street from his home. In September 1935, when the boys were about 6 years old, they started school. King had to attend a school for black children, and his playmate attended a separate school for white children. Soon afterwards, the parents of the white boy stopped allowing King to play with their son, stating to him, "We are white and you are colored." Martin Luther King Jr.'s parents taught him to love everyone. He determined at that moment to choose love over hate. Civil rights, the basic opportunities that all people deserve. That's what civil rights means. Martin Luther King Jr. witnessed his father stand up against segregation and discrimination. This shaped how Martin Luther King Jr. led civil rights movements. He believed that to be taken seriously and for change to happen, protests needed to be peaceful. Martin Luther King Jr. led many peaceful protests. One of those was the Montgomery bus boycott that lasted for 385 days and ended segregation on buses. He also led the March on Washington, where he gave his famous "I Have a Dream" speech. On October the 14th, 1964, King became the youngest winner of the Nobel Peace Prize, which was awarded to him for leading nonviolent resistance to racial prejudice in the U.S. On March 29th, 1968, King went to Memphis, Tennessee, in support of the black sanitation workers. King was fatally shot by James Earl Ray as he stood on the balcony. Martin Luther King Jr.'s main legacy was to secure progress on civil rights in the U.S., which he did achieve after his death. All right, so pause the video to answer some of these questions about Martin Luther King Jr. All right, question number one. What is civil rights? A, peaceful protests. B, basic opportunities that all people deserve. C, making changes that impact all individuals. D, the growth and change individuals go through. Question number two. Martin Luther King Jr. led the March on Washington, which would be A, peaceful protest, B, civil rights, C, a threat, D, a promise. Again, pause the video to answer the questions. Number three, which historical event was Martin Luther King Jr. a part of? So if you need to, go back and look and the rest of the video, rewind it, watch the rest of the video so that you can answer these questions. A, Pearl Harbor, B, World Trade Center, C, NATO, D, Montgomery bus boycott. And last question, number four, what award did Martin Luther King Jr. earn for his work in civil rights? A, Grammy, B, Oscar, C, Nobel Peace Prize, D, Emmy. Again, if you need to, go back in the video and watch that part and look at that text. Because remember, the main thing is look in the text for the answer. All right, thank you for watching this video. Feel free to subscribe. Also follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and I have resources on Kahoot and TPT.